Our relationship with CTC 54 has grown really significantly over the last few years. They've been integral in training local community members on working with them to a point now when you go to our site, you have both teams working side by side, assembling the meat dishes in the Karoo. So this really reflects a cooperation that's already quite working, really well. And I do believe that it can be expanded even more. So I was really fortunate to visit the first telescope 2 years ago. Really an impressive engineering achievement. And even then, we were talking about possibly working together on developing receivers that can work on, for instance, the first telescope, but also looking at training engineers from both organizations in developing technologies that advance radio astronomy.
And we are very happy that your minister joined our minister last year during the G20 to go and see and visit the SKA, the site that is there, and we are looking forward to hosting you, Deputy Minister, so that you also experience what your minister experienced. But also, on top of that, it's one site that we pride ourselves, as to say, we're building on the science platforms, but also the impact that it has, even on science, the tourism, people that come to that area and see. It has got so many impact and positive impact, even for the country itself as a whole, but also from that area, that dark, quiet areas of our country. So really, we pride ourselves for such a facility.
We'll just show you a little bit of our control room because we operate the telescope from here. So you can just see the work that happens on the site itself. But also explain a little bit, how we manage the telescope from a remote site. We hope the visit this afternoon just gives you at least a little bit of the sense of capability in this area, and where there's opportunities to build future partnerships in advancing science, technology, and innovation for the benefit of both our countries.
Speaking of astronomy, I think when we were young kids, we all noticed that when we move, the moon moves, with us. But upon graduation, we started developing and asking some deeper questions, like what is the origin of this universe? That shows the importance and the relevance, to our lives. So I think the data which was generated and collected by this SKA will be our invaluable assets, which we should explore together by our Chinese and South African scientists. Yes, as you may already know, China has been attached great importance in AI development. So we have proposed an idea of AI for science, which is to use AI as a tool to explore the potential of scientific discovery. This is also where we can collaborate. If astronomers from both our countries find a need to make use of AI in their astronomical research, our departments can decide and analyze their needs and support their needs. Although my time in Cape Town is very brief and limited, but I have very good memory of Cape Town and South Africa. As said by both our vice presidents in the morning, they have all gave very good hope and prospects to the cooperation. They have told us the directions and the future tasks of our two departments. And may I call you, my colleague, Gina, since our two countries have such good relations in terms of STI collaboration, I think we should set a good example for developing countries to further explore our partnership and potential.
Sure.
I look forward our scientists at SKA and SARAO to achieve greater discovery and results.
You can currently see the current status of the array. So we're currently running an observation. This is an observation of a cluster of galaxies located very far in the universe, and that is what is currently ongoing. We're doing this in one of the frequency bands. We have 3 receiver systems, so we're currently using the lowest one. So for this observation, you can see there's other observations that have been approved to also follow up that one. This is currently where the array is the telescope is currently pointing. You're currently facing northeast, so you can also see where that looks like from the space. And then MeerKAT has 64. Oh, sorry. MeerKAT has 64 antennas, but for this observation, you can see we're currently using only 60 because some of the antennas have been booked out for maintenance work to do some of the engineering work that is required. And then we also monitor from here, and we have sensors scattered all over the place, and you can see that on our alarm systems to say, is everything going okay? And currently everything is going really well. So maintenance is, the telescope is 64 antennas, but on a regular basis, to ensure the longevity of the telescope, you need to consistently do some maintenance work to say, okay, maybe the receiver's a little bit warm today, so you need to cool everything down. Because remember, the telescope that we have operates at some of the lowest temperatures known in literally all of radio astronomy. So you need to take care of all of those systems. And today and yesterday, some of those days where sometimes you allow the engineers on site to do some work on the antennas. And then once they finish, they return them back to you. So for example, in the next observation, if these antennas get returned, that observation will probably have all 64 antennas available.